sure about this? I mean, it's not some tiny cable station you're infiltrating.
Zal mentioned an Eliza and a phone call to Picus. Put them together, it has to mean Eliza Kassan is in on this.
You don't think that's a bit of a leap? The world's most famous news anchor working with a mercenary hit squad?
We can argue the fine points later. Set me down on the tower. I'll get in from the roof.
Hey gamers, welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution walkthrough part number 10. This is going to be our first half of the Picus Communications Center. It's a pretty long area. It's a pretty difficult area actually to go through and get all the ghost and smooth operators, especially if you're trying to do it without killing any guards. But I managed to pull it off, and that's kind of why I'm here, to show you how to do that. The first section is actually pretty easy. There's really no enemies. You just gotta make your way to Eliza Kassan's room. That's when the actual, I guess, sneaking stealth section starts or whatever. So yeah, this first part's pretty easy. There's 2 ebooks that we're gonna collect in this area. I think that should bring us to a total of I want to say 24. I'll double check that. I went back to all my older videos and put little titles on the side, just so that we could keep track of, I could keep track and you guys can keep track of where we're at. Anyway, once this section starts, what you want to do is immediately go over to the side, kind of go back where you came. But you want to crouch down because you're going to see some guards here, and they're gonna that one guard over there. You're going to see him go off and into his patrol. The 3 guards, though, they're going to have their conversation. Once they finish their conversation, they're going to start going into their patrol, and then that's going to be your opportunity. This first guard, you want to wait, though, because he's going to kind of come to this side, and then once he turns away, as you can see right there, I move over, and that's when you can start sneaking your way around. Like, if you go around this sideway, it's actually pretty easy. I mean, you can avoid all the guards fairly easily. Just the reason I kind of wait here is because the guard on the far right, he actually does look to the left side a little bit, so if you're not careful, he can look in your direction. There was an instance where I went through it and he did spot me that way, so just be careful. Take note of that. After that, this last guard is he's the last one that you really need to watch out for. There's another, sorry, I take that back, there's another one there, but just watch out for this guard. Once he turns around, you can just pass through him pretty quickly, and then head on through. This area is actually not too bad. It's a pretty nice area. There's a lot of cool little secrets. It took me a while, to say the least. There was a lot of situations where I was doing quick saving and reloading a lot, simply because there are some sections where you're really dealing in small corridors. You have a lot of sections with turrets. This is actually the first area where I really had to start hacking into security cameras and turning them off, shutting them down, because there was really no other way to get past them. So this was definitely a much more involved area than the last 2 sections have been. Anyway, after you complete that section, you're going to want to go through the vent here. And then once you go through, just go all the way to the other side. You get a nice little bonus right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to see the exit right here, but you're not going to go through immediately, because what you're going to find is this guard is actually going to pass by. And even though you think you might be cleared here, the guard on the left, I kind of move my camera so you can see him, he can still see you if you try and open the vent. So what you want to do is you want to wait for him to turn around, and that's when you want to open the vent, and then you want to get behind cover and kind of quickly move your way through cover. Now, he turns around a little bit, but he still doesn't see me. There's still enough distance where you can kind of sneak by and then get behind the couch right here. And the reason you want to do that is because what they're going to do is they're actually going to start going into their patrol, and it'll be a lot easier for you to sneak, kind of move between cover when you go this way. So just wait for them to turn around, and once they both turn around, then you're just going to get behind the other couch. And once you reach a certain section, they're actually going to turn around, and then they're going to go talk to each other, which is your signal to hit the elevator, and then take it to the second area down. And hopefully, if you did everything right, you should get on the left a nice little ghost bonus, and then also get the smooth operator bonus as well. So just keep that in mind. You're going to get a nice little monologue from Pritchard, and after that, you're going to head on out into the next section. And once you get into this section, there's actually going to be our first ebook. I passed by it right now, and then I kind of realized as I quick saved that I had to go back and get it. So you're going to see me kind of double back on that. So yeah, see me quick save, and then there we go. Yeah, that's when I realized it. So I just double back, hack the security camera, or sorry, the security pad. It's a level 2 security, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So you're just going to use that, and hopefully, all right. So once you hack that area, you're going to go up the stairs, and once you go up the stairs, you're going to find stay crouched, because I think one of the guards can see you through the window. I'm not sure, but I think they can. So anyway, just stay crouched. But then if you look right there, that should be ebook number 23. So then after you're done with that, just make your way back down the stairs and go back out the way you came. Now, the way we're actually gonna head into the broadcast room, broadcast area. But before, we're gonna take a little side detour in order to get to it. So just go into this little janitor's closet over here, and after you do that, get behind this cover right here. Now you have to be careful because the security, the big turret thing, it can spot you if you lean out of cover. If you see it looking at you right there, so you have to be careful with that. Those things actually have a really long range, so watch out for that. So once you do, just kind of, you're going to do the same thing where you're just going to go from cover to cover. This guard right here, he won't what's it called? He won't move past this area. You see, he stops right there, so he's not going to keep going. So you're pretty safe in this spot. Once he turns around, now even though he turned around, that turret was still watching you, or watching me. So I couldn't pass by just yet. And then wait for that guy to move as well, and then you're going to go ahead and get behind cover. Now there's going to be a heavy armored, one of the heavy guards who. Heavy armored? I'm not sure what you would call him. Anyway, the guard that's carrying basically the heavy rifle, he's going to be right over there. And so just wait for him to kind of turn and look the other way, and then you can pass through. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me get a little drink. I'm doing these commentaries. For some reason, my throat gets really dry real quickly. Alright. So again, you're going to find this is a level 1. Anytime you see a level 1 security door, that's pretty much going to be a door that you have to hack. So, makes it easy. Alright, now here's a very, very important thing. You're going to want to grab this cardboard box. If you want to play through the game the way I did, this is the only method I found. This is the only way I found that I can get this work. Anyway, if you look right there, you get through that second section where you're going to get the ghost bonus and the smooth operator. But like I said, this is the only way that I found it to work. You see 2 guards here, and they never move. Even when they finish their conversation, they still don't move. And the only way I can get them to move is if I get their attention. So I had to throw the cardboard box, I get their attention, and then they kind of investigate the area a little bit. They don't see me, and this doesn't count as a ghost. This is not going to count towards your ghost bonus, because the ghost bonus you only lose the ghost bonus if the guards actually spot you. Like if they go into their alarm state, that still doesn't count. If they actually spot you and go hostile, then you lose that bonus. So when I threw the cardboard box, they go into an alarm state. They investigate the area, but after they investigate, that's when they go into their patrol. So that's the point where you want to. So you want to throw that cardboard box, because otherwise you're gonna have to take them out. And like I said, I want to try and get through this game without taking out any guards, because of how picky that sometimes. I mean, how unsure I was sometimes whether or not you knock them out. I mean, if you really want to knock them out, you can. Just make sure that you check the bodies to make sure that they're unconscious and they haven't been killed. But me personally, personally, just to be safe, but also just kind of to add my own little challenge to the game and sense of accomplishment of kind of getting through a game without knocking anyone out or killing anyone. I tried that method and it worked beautifully. Also, so then just kind of get through the door. You can pick up this heavy rifle if you want to. It can help you against the boss battle, but it sort of can. I mean, when I faced the boss, it didn't really help me, but if you want to have it, you can have it. I mean, hell, you can sell it later if you want to, or throw it aside. It doesn't really matter. Either way, you're gonna wait for that guard to pass by, and then you're gonna open the door and just sneak behind him. Make sure he doesn't turn around, obviously. All right, so this is going to be the last section in the first part of this walkthrough, or this level, basically. This is the hardest part. This section actually took me the longest. Not the first part where you're trying to get the elevator. After the elevator comes down, getting through this area was an absolute bitch. And I'll tell you why. But before you do that, the security camera won't see you, but the turret will, so just make sure it's not watching you when you kind of sneak by. But go up the stairs, and after you go up the stairs, you're going to see a ladder on at the end of this hallway on the right side. So just jump down the ladder, but make sure you get behind cover and make sure that guard is not spotting you when you do that. So then go through this little area right here, and then kind of watch your radar. This next section is very much the radar game, where you're gonna have to watch the guards and see what kind of patterns they're running and where they're facing. So now you're gonna just sit here for like 2-3 minutes and wait for the elevator to show up. I skipped that section. I literally spent maybe like 15-20 minutes just trying to figure out how to do this. I tried so many different methods because there's a bunch more guards that just show up. But I tried a bunch of different ways, and the only way that worked for me was to take this crate, bring it down here, and then watch your radar. When the guard on your that you see right there, when they're looking away, that's when you want to jump up, and then you want to go down, and then immediately hit the elevator. But that'll be it. I'll see you guys next.